Over the years, Country's Family Reunion has featured your favorite country music legends sharing stories, laughter, and songs. You know, sometimes these country music legends included family duets, trios, or quartets. Well, on this special Country's Family Reunion gathering, we thought we'd ask all the family groups to sit a spell and sing some songs with us. Brothers, sisters, yeah, cousins, moms, and dads were all invited to join in the fun. It's a Country's Family Reunion like no other, and we know you're gonna love it. Welcome to Country's Family Reunion, Kinfolk.
When the Whites first came to the Grand Ole Opry in the early 80s, this was their instrumentation. Buck played the mandolin, Sharon played the flat-top guitar, Cheryl played the upright bass.
Right.
Then where did the other instrumentation come in? You went to play an electric bass, and Buck started playing piano?
Well, Dad playing the piano just kind of evolved because that's what he had played that for years in dance hall bands in Texas. And when we moved to Arkansas, he played in church all the time. So we just happened to be in a little club that up in upstate New York, and we were on stage with our instruments, and he turned around and there was a piano, and we were playing Sweet Georgia Brown, and he hit it, and it was in good enough tune, and it started something because people started furnishing pianos at bluegrass festivals and everything. But the electric bass started after we had a couple of hit records, and the label really wanted me to learn the electric, and I fought it kicking and screaming, but I'm really glad that I did now.
Now she's a multi-instrumentalist.
Oh, yeah, I'm so versatile. I'm so versatile.
But what we're about to hear is kind of a throwback to the
Yes, that's
original
exactly
sound that the White House. Now, Rosie was not with you then either.
No,
Rosie was
she
a
joined us
cute
in
little
1982. When I took off to have my daughter Rachel, Sharon asked Rosie if she'd like to sing my part till I came back, and she stayed with us.
Well,
She
when
liked
Cheryl
it.
came back, I said, now, you know, there's not really a place that's made for you already, but you could make your own place. And she did, so that was, yeah.
All right, well, take us back to the early days. I love this great old song. It was one of my favorites as a kid by the Bales Brothers, and then y'all learned it from the record by Kitty Wells.
Yes, and we really want to honor them today. They were the first family in country music that we saw up close that taught us all how to do it, that you can have
Kitty and
music in
Johnny.
your life and honor God and put the Lord first in your family, and you can have your music too. Wow. And so they did that, and so that's kind of why we wanted to sing this.
I went into a home one day to see some friends of mine. Of all the books and magazines, not a Bible could I find. When I asked them for the Bible, they brought it, what a shame. The dust was covered over it, not a fingerprint was plain.
Dust on the Bible, dust on the Holy Word, the words of all the prophets and the sayings of our Lord. Of all the other books you'll find, there's none salvation for. Get the dust off the Bible and redeem your poor soul.
You can read your magazines of love and tragic things, and not one verse of scripture do you know. But it is a truth, and its contents are good for you. Dust on the Bible will doom your poor soul.
Dust on the Bible, dust on the Holy Word, the words of all the prophets and the sayings of our Lord. Of all the other books you'll find, there's and none salvation holds. Get the dust off the Bible and redeem your poor soul. Get the dust off the Bible and redeem your poor soul.
I didn't forget, I just forgot to thank.
Thank y'all.
Hey, Buck, I saw you and Rhonda Vincent. Were you all swapping some hot mandolin licks over there?
Yeah, he plays mandolin too.
Rhonda,
And,
he said.
Rhonda.
Rhonda, I mean,
Yeah, Rhonda.
plays.
He was
well, he does
demonstrating
too. But
What was he demonstrating?
He was demonstrating how much warmer the tone is as he plays up the neck. But do you know that Buck White was my greatest influence on the mandolin? When I first saw them at a bluegrass festival in Missouri many years ago, and he took a Sunday morning and he came to me, swapped mandolins. I couldn't believe I was holding his mandolin, first of all, but we swapped mandolins, and he spent an hour, maybe two, I'm not sure how long it was, but the first thing he said, you have to use your little finger. I was not using my little finger at that time to play, could not make a four-fingered chord. In fact, the chord that he was playing there, I learned from him, because I don't see that often. But he said, if you can play in one key, you can play in all of them. And he said, get a song. He said, even if it's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, whatever the song is, and you get that song that you know so well, and you play it in every key. And he said, so when you're called to play, and no matter if it's F sharp, whatever key it is, not just the open keys that I was used to playing in A, you make sure that you can play it in all the keys and learn them. And I thank you for that, Buck. I love him very much. Love your playing.
She's a fine student. She remembered it.
good memory.
I tell you what, I can't believe they brought a piano to a bluegrass festival. That's sacrilegious,
It's an
isn't it?
acoustic instrument. It's acoustic.
I'll tell you that Daddy
Really? I mean-
actually sat in on piano with Bill Monroe out in Texas. When Bill Monroe came to Texas the first time and played some places out there, Daddy
Yeah,
sat
played
in.
some dance halls with him too.
And yeah, that's what I mean. And
Yeah. Fort Worth and Dallas.
Bill Monroe with a piano?
Yes, sir.
He knew people
liked
in
it.
Texas want to dance, and he knew that what would help that happen with my band, and maybe some piano.
But when you can play like Buck White on the piano or the mandolin, you can play with anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's really awesome.
Thank y'all for
Thank
going
you,
back
Bill.
and sharing that. That was terrific. The Whites, the original sound. Go whichever way you want to
think you
go.
are, Cheryl.
There's a brother and sister duo sitting next to you over on the other side. Have you met Elaine and Lee?
I have. I've been talking to these wonderful kids, and I can't wait to hear them sing.
Yeah, they are the
Very
Roys. That is their
very sweet.
family name, the Roys. So you are Lee Roy.
I am Leroy, as Larry Black will say, Leroy. So, yes.
And I asked them yesterday at the rehearsal where they were from, because I had not, I certainly heard of them, but had never met them before. And I come to find out you're from a real hotbed of country music.
The Mecca, Fitchburg, Massachusetts. It is
So
the
in
Mecca.
Fitchburg, Massachusetts, you had to beat off all the other wannabe country singers, I guess.
We did. We were just always there beating on everybody, absolutely.
But you told me today, and I didn't know this, you were originally from Canada.
Well, no, we were born in Massachusetts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But Mom and Dad are French-Canadian. And after they had us two kids, they moved back to Canada, where my mom was from, Coal Branch, New Brunswick, small village with probably maybe 12 houses.
Yeah, there's more people in this room than there was there, I guarantee you.
Absolutely. And, Mom's side of the family was very, very musical. Grandma played the fiddle, and aunts and uncles played the guitar and sang. And the Roy side of the family, they didn't play anything, but they played the radio, and they loved bluegrass and country music. And that's what we fell in love with. And, I always dreamt about coming to Nashville and being a country singer, because I wanted to be like Dolly Parton. And little did I know that my brother had the same dream, so...
He wanted to be like Dolly Parton. Man, Canadians are some weird cats, man.
No, I didn't want to be Dolly. Sorry.
That's funny, though. Keep that. That's a funny bit.
Keep that in the act.
Yeah, that's funny.
That's really
That'll
good.
work. That'll work for sure.
we have a new line for our show now.
Yeah, that's right. Remember that. Hey, take that pen you had in that paper and write it down, would you?
Well, do you aim your music at bluegrass or at country or somewhere in between?
We always say we're 1 foot in country and 1 foot in bluegrass, because that's what we've always done. That's what we've always listened to. Growing up, it was Merle Haggard and George Jones and the Osmond Brothers and Stanley Brothers. I mean, that's what Mom and Dad listened to. And for us, it was, people always ask us, well, are you country or are you bluegrass? And we always say we're country bluegrass, because that's really what we are.
Yeah. Well, I want to hear some music from you. I heard a little bit in rehearsal yesterday, and I was very impressed. Elaine and Lee, the Roys.
Well, this song actually, there's a little story to it. I actually wrote this song with a buddy of mine for my hero, Ricky Skaggs. And we had written it because we wanted to try to get Ricky to cut it one day. And then fast forward about 3 years later, Ricky joined us in the studio along with the Whites. We were so blessed to have them on this song, a song called That's What Makes It Love.
How about a hand for that band? Come on now.
A single mom working 2 jobs, never worries about what she ain't got. Though she never said it was, she always sacrificed so much. That's what makes it love.
Every year he sinks deeper in debt, losing the farm, but they ain't got it yet. He's always there to bring her lunch. Been married 60 years last month. Now that's what makes it love. It will shelter and sustain you through all the hard times, and it will let you forgive without even asking why. It's the greatest of emotions, it's the deepest bond of trust, and that's what makes it love. Just like clockwork, he's there at 8:30, helps her get dressed, sits with her all day. He's always there to bring her lunch. Been married 60 years last month. Now that's what makes it love. It will shelter and sustain you through all the hard times, and it will let you forgive without even asking why. It's the greatest of emotions, it's the deepest bond of trust, and that's what makes it love. Yeah, play it.
He was born on Christmas Day,
A common man, a carpenter by trade. But when they nailed him to that cross, he died for every one of us, and that's what makes it love. Yeah, that's what makes it love. Makes it love.
makes it love.
Makes it love.
That's what makes it
Oh, let it sing now.
Thank you.
Lee and Elaine, thank y'all. That's terrific.
Well, thank
the
you for
Roys.
having us.
Pretty good little bluegrass band behind you back
You
there.
know, If you guys ever want to come on the road, I'm sure we can't afford you, but we would love for you to come and play with us. Thank you.
That was terrific.
Thank you.
Great
Appreciate it.
Larry paid the song a great compliment, Lee, because he said something that, as songwriters, it always hits us. He said, "I didn't see that coming."
I didn't see
meaning
that Jesus
the
part
ending of the
coming.
song.
Yeah, he co-wrote that. I'm proud of him. He co-wrote
wow.
that song.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
And forgive without ever asking why. I'm going to write that tonight.
Well, you've already got 14 others you're going to write
It's
tonight.
okay, we're doing an album.
Way across the room from me in the corner, 4 ladies that I am so glad to see again, because when I wrote the line in the song about it's been a long, long time since I've seen some of you, it's really been a long time since I've seen the Forrester sisters, and I know that goes for a lot of the rest of us in the room. Thank you for coming. Kim, you're kind of the spokesperson for the group, I guess.
I'm just the loudest.
I'm sorry?
The loudest.
The loudest. Tell all the girls' names.
This is June, this is Christy, and this is Kathy.
Well, we are sure glad to have y'all all the way from, are you still on Lookout Mountain?
Absolutely.
Or down near Lookout Mountain near Chattanooga,
Yeah,
Tennessee?
I was talking to Howard a while ago, and he said, "Are y'all still up on the mountain?" I said, "Yeah, we can't get too far from the mountain." He said, "We don't get too far from the swamp either."
Do any of you live across the Georgia line? Or
We all live in Georgia. We're Georgia girls.
Actually, Georgia girls. Maybe that's the reason I knew I liked you so much. How did y'all start singing together? Just around the house?
Yeah, our up where we're from, it's, like so many places where everybody is from around here, everybody sang. Everybody sang, everybody played something. So we just grew up thinking everybody could sing. And because our mom was in trios and quartets, my dad and his brother would sing and play guitars, and we just thought everybody sang, and it was just a natural thing for us to do. We just all did. Christy was the youngest, so Kathy and June and I were really hateful to her for a long time.
And she admits it.
Yeah, we wouldn't let her sing because we figured we had it covered. And then Mother, our big Sunday afternoon in the summers, our big entertainment was to go down to this creek and swim. It was a very social event. And finally, we were so hateful to Christy that Mother finally said, "Okay, do you want to go to the creek? Let her sing." So it's like, okay.
Here I am.
All right, so we did.
All right, what's your side of that?
I'm here. The thing about Kim is Kathy and June actually started singing. We started singing in church. So Kathy and June started singing first together. And Kim, at 5 years old, sang so loudly from the back pew that the congregation was like, "Please let her sing."
Did you have any particular influences growing up?
Them, those girls.
Yeah, we loved
Wow.
I mean, growing up, every Saturday night, we watched the Lawrence Welk Show every Saturday night while Mother
For
would put...
one purpose only.
And she'd put pin curls in our hair for church, and then with panties on our head, to keep everything in. But we would watch them, and we were just completely fascinated by them. And we fought like cats and dogs. And Mother would watch, and she would say, "Now, look at them. Now look, they get along so well. She said,
sweet.
They're so sweet. Now why can't y'all act like that?" And we said, "Mother, it's apparent that they're on drugs."
Okay, that begs a question I've got to ask you.
Yes, we were.
Did you guys argue and fight when the TV camera was off?
Actually, it's amazing. We come from a family of 11 children, and our mom came from a very broken family and went to 34 different grammar schools. That's how often her family moved. And when she got married to Daddy, who was from a family of 7 children, and she said, we're gonna have a family, we're gonna have a big family, and there's gonna be no fighting and no arguing. And
so
we didn't. Mom said don't. I mean, an interesting story, but I mean, we really were raised, talk about rose-colored glasses, and we had no idea how to confront anybody about anything, ever. It was just an incredible home. And the other thing she used to put a little guilt in, do you think Jesus would fight with his cousin John? Like, whoa, I don't think so. I mean, but
and all the time you didn't know it, but you were influencing the Forsters down Lookout Mountain. Hey, you know what I want to hear? I cannot wait to visit with you gals and learn more about you and hear your incredible. Just sitting right there in the rocking chairs, before you come up here and sing with the band, do something like you would do sitting around on the floor at home with curlers in your hair or whatever.
Panties on your head. Rudy used to do that.
Rudy used to sit around with panties on his head?
Yeah, it's a long story.
We won't go. Just do something. I don't care what kind of a gospel song, whatever you want to do.
I mean, we sang a lot of gospel, simply because coming from such a small, such a small town, that was a real source of your social life was, it was just a small little kind of rural Appalachian kind of community. And so that was a real, the gospel was what we sang, for the most part. But
well, just pick one out. You need a key, he'll hit you a chord on the piano. This is unprepared, unrehearsed. And they're saying unnecessary.
Let us break bread together on our knees. Let us break bread together on our knees. When I fall on my knees with my face to the rising sun, oh Lord, have mercy on me.
Glory!
Why don't you go around the room and take up an offering?
I will.
that was one of our
Thank you
favorite
for doing
songs.
that.
We used to sing that all the time, too. It's just one of those good ones.
We probably sang it because y'all did.
Oh, maybe you did.
You want to do your version of it real quick?
Do you know the song? Mimi's been with us about 14 years now, and we probably haven't sung
Our
it
sister Dee Dee and
since
Peggy
then.
retired.
Yeah.
And
Do you know it? Well, try it.
Okay.
Naturally,
The
let's
Forsters
try
followed by the Lennon sisters.
Praise God
No,
together.
let us break bread. The first one, okay.
Let us break bread together on our knees. Let us break bread together on our knees. When I fall on my knees with my face to the rising sun, oh Lord, have mercy on me.
A moment, thank you. A wonderful. How about the Forsters coming up with the band? Because that great harmony, we got to hear some more of that. And I know the guys want to play behind you there.
we're going to do, it was on our very first record a long time ago. It's a song called Mama's Never Seen Those Eyes.
Mama says I shouldn't be going with you. Mama says she knows best. Take my heart and break it in two, 'cause you're just like all the rest. She says you're just a one-night man, and you'll end up hurting me.
shouldn't let you steal a kiss. Mama says it just ain't right. She don't know that I can't resist with the moon so big and bright. She says I'll find a love someday, but you're just not the one. Oh, but I've done something that Mama ain't ever done. Mama never looked into those eyes, felt the way that they hypnotize. She don't know how they make me feel inside. If Mama only knew what they do to me, I think she'd be surprised. Oh, but Mama's never seen those eyes. Mama's never seen those eyes. Mama never looked into those eyes, felt the way that they hypnotize. She don't know how they make me feel inside. If Mama only knew what they do to me, I think she'd be surprised. Oh, but Mama's never seen those eyes. Mama's never seen those eyes.
Of course, Will and Langdon Reed, this is Will and this is Langdon, being the sons of, Will, what is it?
Over there, where you need to be. Go on.
Pay attention.
I'm sorry.
What is it you call yourself since Harold?
What?
Harold Reed of the Statler Brothers, being your dad, of course. You'd never tell it by looking at you, of course.
Yeah,
but
right.
what is it you call yourself? Because they did the Road Hog, and he was Road Hog.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm Son of Hog.
Son of Hog.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my CB handle.
That's what
Hog.
what he calls himself. Other people call him other things.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, now did you guys, of course you didn't, either one, take this one, I'm tired of holding it.
I'm good. I'll just pick one. It's no big deal. No, I got two. I'm good. Yeah, I'm fine. I'm all right. Yeah.
It's a boom mic.
Yeah, it's fine. Don't we have production people on this show? Okay, I'm good. All right. With, you know, with four mics, I can sing all the parts at one time.
That's right, you can. That's
absolutely.
really family
thank
harmony.
you. Appreciate it. Okay.
Okay, but you guys didn't grow up in the same household together.
No, we didn't.
No.
No.
We didn't. We're not even related. I don't know how we got invited here today.
By the way, I'm Larry.
Will Reed, nice to meet you. Absolutely.
You're related to somebody.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, we didn't live in the same house because, as we explained to fans, that our dad were brothers, so that makes us cousins. But we're like brothers because we did grow up together, and it's better that we're not brothers because I don't think we fight as much. We get along better. I think.
Oh, that's nice.
By being cousins.
By being cousins, yeah. By being brothers once removed. Yeah.
But your dads weren't Statlers either.
That's right. So see, they messed it up from the get-go. My dad is Don Reed of the Statler Brothers. His is Harold Reed of the Statler Brothers. Yeah. And they were the only two that were real brothers, but neither one of them were Statlers. And then they got two other guys to come along with. It's confusing. I mean, to do that family tree.
It is.
It's horrible. Yeah. And then, so we go by the duo of Wilson Fairchild.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Right. No, you ready for
Who
this?
in the heck is Wilson
You ready for
Fairchild?
this? Wilson Fairchild. Wilson is his middle name, and Fairchild is my middle name. So we're basically first cousins using our on a middle name basis.
Were you named for Barbara?
Right.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you went by another name when you first started. You weren't Wilson Fairchild.
We did, Bill. We went by a name called Grandstaff, and it was the worst decision we ever made. The music was okay. The act was, and nobody could pronounce the name. You know, you talk to somebody on the phone trying to book a date, and you'd have to repeat it, and then they'd call you Grand Stuff, and
Grindstone.
Grindstone. Oh, is that you I talked to on the phone? That's great. Yeah, Grandstaff Infection was one of the better ones that we went through.
That's what we said. That's enough.
Right. And
that's
then,
enough.
so after we completely destroyed the name, it was an old family name. The story was better than the name. generations back in our family, an Indian had given our great, like 6th grade uncle the name Grand Staff because he carried himself like a grand staff. Isn't that special?
Yes.
But anyway, we got rid of the name. And then we went with middle names because nobody can spell Will and Langdon unless you've known us for a long time. So we went with Wilson Fairchild, and it's probably why we still don't have much of a career today.
Did you
now
ever
that I've said all that, yeah.
Did you ever just think of being son of Statler or something?
You know, that's something we've been fighting since day one. That son of the Statler brothers. See, they own the rights to that name, so we can't use it. That's the first problem.
Your dad won't let you use the name?
No, they own the rights. We don't own the Statler brothers.
No, they take us to court.
Hey, what?
They take us to court over that.
Yeah.
That's your father.
Oh, I know. It doesn't matter. It's business. They'd sue us over that.
And that wouldn't be the first time they took us to court over something. You don't know them, Bill.
I thought I did up until now.
Yeah. Yeah, kinfolks is not such a fun word to us.
So at your family reunions, there was would you say a little tension?
Yeah, well, a lot of fights broke out during a family reunions. But
Sing us a song. I think we've gone far enough.
Hey, we'd be glad to. I'm going to need a mic stand and a guitar. Where's all that?
There's your mic on the mic stand.
Okay.
Guitar.
Darren, will you hold this,
I
please?
will.
Okay, thank you. Till somebody comes.
There comes another mic stand.
Okay, there's a mic stand.
There comes another guitar.
Thank you.
All right, now you guys have got a new CD out, or fairly new.
We do. We've got a new CD out. It's called Country On, and we're going to be doing, I think maybe here later on, we might do another song of that one, the title cut. What in the world?
Darren Benson makes the greatest audience of...
He's back on the bottle, I tell you.
Larry says he's back on the bottle. So, is this one of the songs from the album? I heard you guys rehearsing this yesterday, and it was great.
Do you know that we recorded this actually a few years ago under the name Grind Stuff, and no, it's not.
Grandstaff.
Grandstaff. That's right. We recorded this under Grandstaff, but it does have a special kinfolk meaning. Our dads wrote this song years ago, and the Statler brothers recorded it. But we always loved the song. Whenever we would just get together with the guitar in the early days, we would always sing this song. So we recorded it on our first album ever.
How are things in Clay, Kentucky? I bet you thought I'd never care. There was a time when I felt lucky just to be away from there. And I'd had all that I wanted. Now what I want, I just can't find. And how things are in Clay, Kentucky has been lately on my mind. All alone in New York City, searching for that pot of gold. But I'm at the end of all my rainbows, and all at once I'm feeling old and kinda tired of how I'm living, of what I am and what I'm not. And the only goal in New York City is in her Salvation Army pot. I'm getting blue I know you're not alone. I hear kids back there playing. I hope they don't notice me. Jesus knows that I still love you, and I just had to call and sing how things are in Clay, Kentucky. I bet you thought I'd never care. There was a time when I felt lucky just to be away from there. And I'd had all that I wanted. Now what I want, I just can't find. And how things are in Clay, Kentucky has been lately on my mind. And how things are in Clay, Kentucky has been lately on my mind. Take it home.
All right, have the Gatlins rehearsed?
I guess.
We have not met by far the best looking member of the Gatlins
Thank you,
back
Bill.
there. We have.
I appreciate it.
Steve, control yourself.
And she is by far the best singer.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, there's no question about that.
Then why has she not been? Why has it not been Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin brothers and sister?
She just wised up. Well, I'll let her. We sang when we were kids. Steve and Rudy and I were the Gatlin trio until LaDonna was born. Then she came in, and it's like we didn't have to teach her. I mean, she just came in and joined the group, and we sang for many years. The three of them worked with Tammy and George for a long time, but 2 or 3 years on the road, knowing that we wanted to sing. We were together for probably a year, maybe two, but LaDonna and her husband Tim, who's Phil Johnson, his brother, they just had a different vision. They wanted to sing gospel music and have their own deal, and they have become very successful, and every now and then we get back together and work. Did I do okay?
LaDonna, it's great to have you here.
Thank you. It's great to be here. Plus, they wouldn't pay me enough, so I left.
We did the best we could.
Well, you have a wonderful
No, I had-
voice,
well,
again, we're talking to family harmony.
I had 3 really great teachers. I really did. I'm very
sure
blessed.
you did. Well, now, are you active now? Are you still doing the?
Actually, I'm a
gospel?
motivational speaker, and I sing in my presentations as well. So I'm out there trying to motivate people, and
Okay,
give
now
them some
what
good
kind of a motivational speaker?
Just general motivation, doing the right thing. How do we make good choices? And most of what I do is within the confines of a conference. If they need an opening keynote speaker or a closing keynote speaker, somebody to do something to kind of, fire them up or send them home on a high note. So
She's wonderful.
Well-
She's absolutely fabulous.
Well, you have to talk if you're in this family. Just, to get a word in edgewise, you have to talk really fast. But I can't say enough how blessed I am, and I do think it's by design. I don't think it was any kind of an accident that I happened to be born last. I'm the baby. I'm the only girl. My dad had a pink ribbon in my hair by the time I was 1 hour old, and he called me princess, and they treated me like one. So if I couldn't be one of the Lennon sisters, this is the next best place to be.
That's what I always say.
Well,
Do you live in Nashville or do you still live in
Actually, I live in
Texas?
the Dallas area, but I have to tell you guys, I used to watch Lawrence Welk, and just sit this close to the TV, just, with bated breath, waiting for you guys to come on. Because I thought, this is what my life would be if only my mom had had all girls. But it worked out pretty well. You know, everybody has their song to sing, and basically that's my mission in life as I speak, is everybody's got a song to sing, sing yours. And just because mine doesn't happen to be with my brothers now, they've sung their song pretty well. It's worked out pretty well for them.
A while ago when the Foresters sang a cappella and then the Lennons, I thought, you know, we kind of had to move on, but I thought, wow, just to hear the Gatlins do something a cappella.
Acapella.
Can Acapulco?
Acapulco, I think we can do that.
Can y'all do that? So,
I think so.
Are we going to do it from the chairs? Or are we
yeah,
gonna sing?
yeah, just do it from
So
here.
take that, band.
Then we'll go up and do one with the band.
Can we have a seat? How are we going to do this?
Let's see, don't spill the water.
All the world may turn aside, I will live for Jesus. Even when my faith is tried, I will live for Jesus. He is living in my heart. From His love I'll ne'er depart. Naught of this world can take the place of my Lord's redeeming grace.